Okay guys, for this one, just for variety, we'll do like a sort of splat position. Yeah. So I'm going to look, I can do anything. At any point after I incline down, I can still work my sprawls, my frogs, all that. I can always go over or go on and spike them at any point. But now I'm going to add 3 considerations for my legs. I can either, when we go over, oftentimes we call it roofing, right? So a roof like this going over the back, I'm above him, I'm not putting much pressure. But sometimes, let's say on a limb, I might go, I can ride him, I can go on him, but I might make a roof where my shin and my foot are both touching. Here there's a bit of space, I can make it tighter, or I can wedge. Wedging is putting the toes underneath like this. So this just limits his mobility a bit, makes it harder for him to come out. Similarly, if I go on his body, I have a roof, but it's different if I wedge under him, because now that limits his ability to move towards you. So that's what we call a roof. That's what we refer to as a wedge. I can also wedge with my leg, with my shin, right? Or wedge it all the way up. We sometimes call that shelving, because you lift it up, put it on display, and it doesn't have much movement. So I want to see all the ways I can go over something and make a roof, so at least he can't get out upward, and his only escape would be coming out the back, right? He can't extend more, right? So beyond roofing and beyond wedging underneath, the last option with the legs is pinching. So if I go over, for example, here, at where's his only escape? It's right there. So if I pinch him, there's not a lot of pain for him, but I have full control of that arm. So if he had a syringe or a knife, there's not much he can do. Now I'm over him. If I go on, I can squeeze a little bit, like that, right? If there was no weapon, or if I was over, I could pinch it this way. I could use the back of my legs as well and get good control here. And then as I move, or you see, if I'm under it, if I'm wedging, it adds a different dynamic. If I'm over it, now I start to get a break, because here I'm under and over, right? So in every position, I can roof. It's different if I get my foot under. Out of kindness, I'm going to wedge like that. I'm going to put my foot here. Now I have a bit of a pinch lock, and I'm deviating his neck. Only one artery, but keeping his head out of alignment, right? If I pinch, I guide his nose to the ground, I pinch. Not a lot of pressure. So I can go from here, I can see all the ways. In moving over his arm, if you're going to go anyway, why sprawl like that and risk getting hit or stabbed? Leave a pinch, go into a roof, pin it, follow, pinch. And let's say I want his arm there, I leave it there. If I want to take it, I can see if I can sweep and lift it. Can I wedge it? If I go to his body, over, I can wedge. I could theoretically even wedge underneath with a shin if I wanted to. I can step. I can pinch his hips. I can roof his hips. If I go to a leg, I can make a roof over a leg. So if he tries to kick me, there's not much, right? Where's his escape usually going to happen, right? He needs that mobility here. So if I pinched it and scissored, it's harder. Move your hips. It's a little bit harder. You have a bit more control here, right? I could pinch just, if I was going to be here, vulnerable for my groin, at least roof it. I can grind with the shin. I can pinch with the legs. I can pinch and roof. So I start to see at least how I can address. Some of you everybody's good at grinding and riding, but that can be painful. So sometimes learn how to be lighter and loose and just put a roof. If that's not enough, see that you can pinch. In other cases, a bit more skill, see how you can use it to make wedges underneath and lift things up, right? So anywhere on the body. Minimally go over, go on if you can, pinch, worst case terrible position, you're like at a 3-on-1, you got stuck with the feet. Sometimes pinching is all you have. If I'm going to move, I want to go over it. So I don't take a big step and get clocked in the face. I'm always addressing it. If I want to come up, I go under it. I can wedge it. So I'm not reliant always on my hands. So again, roof is over. Could be on and spiking. Wedge, I'm sticking something underneath. Could still be over when I do it. Pinch, something on either side. I'm starting to look at how I can control head, arms, torso, legs. Play with that.